porque una cosa que no salió mucho de que cada vez la mortalidad de pacientes es cada vez menor. Y puede que sí, de verdad puede que sí, que hayan ciertas técnicas hoy en día que eviten que la mortalidad en un país sea tanta, quizás fuera de la calidad antiguamente. Que dicen que Perú es aguantado, que Perú es un desierto. Venga, amigo, Ramírez. Venga, papito, venga. Está Lima. Ok, correcto. Solo depende de mandándome un mensaje agradeciendo mejor la aplicación. ¿Qué les habla? Tiene carita de tombo, hermano. No puede poner. Sí. Tiene cara de boxeador, el boxeador no tiene cara de nada, no es entonces. Y lo que era, tranquilo. Ay, pero ¿cómo sabes? Necesitas un dashcam. A ti se le mete al frente y frena. Menos de recibir suelta. Venga, vea. Por favor, no seas la víctima que cae en situaciones como esta. Por eso es mejor que te mantengas una dashcam como esta o cualquier otra realmente. Es una vueltecita, pero necesito un manchito con hueva, no para adelante, sin asfalto. Ay, mire. Por favor, no seas la víctima que cae en situaciones. La hacemos. Por eso es mejor que te compres una dashcam como esta o cualquier otra realmente. Vale, ¿qué hay que hacer o qué? Por lo primero, traes unas tacaditas conmigo que malando que se respete una vez un día. Chingona manera que le dañó la entonces, si no es que anda bien, porque anda bien, que está ahora no la prueba, que su gente se abandonó todo el mundo. Acuérdate que me viví hace como 2 años.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Cook up the gut. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Play fake. Cousins. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. George Pickens from 19 yards away. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the former Purdue Boilermaker. It's Drew Brees.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Brees. And he will find his man on the outside. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Brees going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Brees. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Brees to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Brees. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And that'll hit the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, He feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. To throw is Cousins. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Play action now. Cousins. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Jets. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Breeze now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And bulldozing his way through. 54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to... They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Returnable for Lockett. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
To throw, it's Breeze.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A final shot before half for Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. Well, I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the star troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some talent. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short. That's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Breeze now on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Constantine. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they got a chance here to open up this lead.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
And sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now this throw called left side. And he's going to be ruled out of bounds down inside the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Cook. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He got 29 yards that time.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
They run it with Hall off the option. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Option play. Here's Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Hall. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try and run for it. And this time he is in. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. There's the stiff arm. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
One final try here for Breeze. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that?
Como le dije ya, todos estos documentos están firmados y con los sellos listos, porque yo mejor me voy.
Ah, sí. ¿Cuál es el plan? Salir corriendo, hacer que nos conozca cada vez que yo le menciono algo del pasado.
10.
Yo no puedo olvidarla. Dígame, si no siente remotamente nada, si todo lo recuerdo del pasado ya se le borraron de la mente y del corazón.
Yo le voy a ser muy sincera. Usted no tiene ese... Es que yo tengo en este momento, mejor dicho, la vida patas arriba.
Ya mismo voy a hablar con Matías para que él vea cuál es el problema.
¿Y esto qué significa? ¿Usted qué está haciendo aquí? Matías, ¿esto qué es?
Buenos días, ambos. Usted me cree, ok.
Yo sí le creo, ¿por qué?
Ah, bueno, no, entonces, ¿por qué no me dan permisito para estudiar donde Terry? Sino que es que más si no hacemos ese trabajo, perdemos la materia. No es lo que usted quiere.
No, eso no es lo que yo quiero. Entonces,
Es que yo de momentico no me demoro.
pero yo con todo el embolate que tengo empezando jornada, más bien ayúdele a Daisy con lo de las telas y ahorita miramos, ¿sí? Ayúdame, mamá.
Bueno, sí, señora.
Aló.
¿En qué anda?
Bien, acá trabajando.
Venga, es que necesito que me haga un favor. ¿Para que se me puede abrir un campito para yo cantar esta noche?
¿Y para qué si no me deja plantado? Después me sale con que mi mamá no la dejó salir.
Pues usted encárguese de abrir el campito que de mi mamá me encargo yo.
Eso porque tiene que darte la ropa. Casi estamos en empleada.
Pues sí, pero ya nos pide capacidad de que no puede ir.
No saques excusas.
Cálmate, director.
Esa mujer no tiene nada que estar haciendo aquí.
El director fue el que la contrató. Yo seguro que no tengo nada que ver ahí.
Si yo hubiera nacido ayer, claro. Con razón la ropa elegante, tanta colonia que andabas todo pinchadito por ahí.
Gabriela, por favor, no te hagas películas en la cabeza que me están pasando por Dios.
Si yo no supiera que ustedes dos tuvieran cuenta,
Pero no pasa mucho tiempo.
pues no lo suficiente.
Gabriela, te juro por Dios que yo no siento nada por Clara Inés.
Pero yo por vos sí. Y yo no confío ni siquiera con esa mujer.
Esa mujer, como le decís, es una mujer casada.
Como si eso fuera impedimento para meterse con el marido ajeno.
Ella no es de esa clase de mujeres, Gabriela.
Tras de todo, tenés el descaro de entenderla.
Gabriela,
Esto no se va a quedar así.
¿cómo se quiere usar? ¿Qué vas a hacer?
Al director,
Gabriela, por favor.
por favor, nada. Vamos a ver. ¿Listo? Lejos.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. Where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young. Open man is Higgins. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
You almost feel privileged, partner, every time you get to see him run out in the field to start a game, because every game, every snap, you and I both know he has the potential to do something special. And that inspires his teammates as well. They know how incredible he is. They want to give Max effort as well.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall, down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On play action, Cousins. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punt, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down at 4. To throw, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Off the play fake, Young. Pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Got to give him credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Throwing, Young. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. They'll throw again, Young. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Young will set to throw. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dawson Knox from 10 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 50 yards.
And the Jets are once again back in front.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
In fact, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by Palmer.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Young now. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To the air once more, Young. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So that'll be caught. It's Sam Brown. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Young's throw here taken in by Knox. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On first and 10, it's Hall. Call out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hall again on second down. And a pretty athletic run right there. He's going to get this down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. They'll go again with Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, second and 9. Play fake. Cousins.
That's caught downfield by Pickens. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Young to throw it. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. Yeah, good job to get him to the ground quickly right there at the 36-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA. Back now here in Santa Clara. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now they're in the hurry-up. Young now from the 50. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Young. That is complete downfield to Knox. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. It'll be Young again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The play fake, now Young. He still finds it. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 1st down, Young. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Young. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. From 8 yards out, and the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a counter on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. He stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. Here's Cook again. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Coming in to put a lick on it was Levante David. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it from here.
¿No? ¿Cuánto tiempo llevo cantando? Es que Mari, ¿sabes? Sí, güey. Hace más de 6 meses que llevo haciéndolo. Pero como si ya no está pendiente de mí.
Adelaida, ¿usted por quién cree que yo me levanto todos los días a trabajar? Por mí. Y tiene toda la razón. Yo no sé cuánto tiempo usted lleva ya cantando, pero a partir de hoy no vuelve a ser lugar.
Pero puedes cantar es todo lo que yo quiero hacer en mi vida.
Usted está muy chiquita para tomar esas decisiones.
¿Por qué no se puede chiquitica? Ella misma me lo dijo.
Y la tía también le dijo lo duro que le ha tocado llegar hasta allá. Porque a Arely le ha tocado pasar las verdes y las maduras para conseguir lo que ha conseguido.
Sí, mamá, es que yo sé eso. Es que yo sé que aunque me toque sufrir, aunque me toque luchar, yo voy a hacer lo mismo. ¿Sabe por qué? Es que yo tengo todo para ser como ella.
Mi amor, yo no estoy poniendo en tela de juicio ni su talento, ni su pasión. Pero si usted quiere cantar, eso lo hace después. Ahora hay deberes que tiene que cumplir y su deber es terminar el colegio porque sí o sí uno tiene que tener un plan B en la vida.
Pero es que un plan B, ¿para qué? Yo no necesito eso. Yo necesito lo que quiero después de tanto mirar ya lo más importante que
Gets out time to get the party started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
You want to talk about a driven player partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense.
Touchdown, Jets! George Pickens, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Now throwing on first down here.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's James. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. And Howe will throw it. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And it is caught. Touchdown! George Pickens. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And again, it's no good. A few bluebirds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen. They need for it to happen now.
And the out of bounds just shy of the 40. 31 yards there on the first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Powell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Tucker, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here.
This is touchdown, New York. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second down, Howell back to pass. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Howell down to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Howell to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's brought down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another throw for Howell. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Howell's throw into the hands of Kirk. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. To the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And once more, Howell back to the air. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they... We'll see. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play fake. Cousins. He's got this to Pickens. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios. And this...
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Sam Howell and the rest of this offense running back out.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on third down here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Following the interception, Cousins. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Running left, it's Hall.
It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They give it off here to the tight end. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
Brevin Jordan
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jets take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe being in traffic, trying to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Off play action, it's Howell.
And now here is another interception. It's a 49er Deion Sanders. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. It's Kelsey on the ground, and he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here's Cousins. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. They get 11 back on that one, that leads to 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 1st down. Here's Cousins. This will be caught. Which continues. It's another touchdown. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
McPherson on for the point after. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's going to be called by Kirk. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Howell from the gun. And drops it incomplete. Steelers continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Howell looking to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a 2nd and 6. Howell out of the shotgun. Fires quickly to right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive to making plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Kawhi's the right
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. It's Howell with another throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And we'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw. Howell. His throw caught at the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That is a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Here's Howell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 25. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth. And this is inside the 5. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnover. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And able to get this out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets,
really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Here we go, check.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On play action, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful throw. And it all comes together for big yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the Chiefs are going to get it. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air, it made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day.
even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now they go play action with Howell. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup at 25. And Howell will throw it. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off the touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Here's the punter McAfee to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10.
Howell throwing again after the pick six.
It got his man complete. A big play there for KC. 57 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to kick.
And now to the races down the right side. And the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. First and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Powell.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. out of the gun. They run it with Hall. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing. Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Touchdown, Jets. James Cook. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Go play action. Howell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with the pick. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cousins. And that.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And it is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. They'll throw again. Cousins. Here's one deep for Pickens. Touchdown! Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Powell. Throw out wide is complete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. That was excellent. Start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Hall. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out
here. Use that as ammo.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
3rd and long, here's Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow On first down, Howell. That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Got his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back on the field. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charlie.
Yeah, we all know people out there that like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored the pundits already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles. Another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I had no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top?
Here we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28 line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there at their 6'3" quarterback.
There are always nerves involved in this moment. Running the team out to start the game. The reason they brought him in were willing to make him their starter again. They believe he can overcome the fear and team do it at the collegiate level and then make himself into a big
possession. And they'll be led out by a four-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
This is what this man was born for. The big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, as a Tom Brady's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell with the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Bevins really what's important right now on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to get their defense to settle down, catch their breath a little bit, and then give them a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now this one is tied in on the right side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They will look to throw. Montana. That's a short one here. Complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Montana. He's tapped down. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs. 1st and 10 for Montana and company. Pass complete to Dell. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Montana to throw. And he's got his man on the outright. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Montana going to hurry into the line. On 2nd down and 4. Montana looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Jets are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Shotgun. Here's Montana. DK Metcalf. That's the first half is winding down. And the Rams have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start the next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They gave it a shot in the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there, and now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. So let's see if they dial up on this next snap.
He's going to take another shot here. He's got it at the 15. So we've hit intermission. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, bam. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked it on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Montana. First down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A little bit of the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 7. To throw is Montana. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense. So you have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
Now he goes straight, and it's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
But there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run. On both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the building gets tough in here.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers runs, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. Down to the 10. It's a 6-on jet touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball. So let's cut down the coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And really, that's just what it's all about. I know that they take out the defense without a joint. Their intent after the interception return for a touchdown. I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go pursue, and they did.
We had everybody scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
It's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping their 2-point attempts.
Touchdown on the ground here on first down. That's going to be dropped following a pick up of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana. Good target here. Complete to Metcalf. He'll end up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hits him in stride. That's going to be another 1st down as a tackle made at the Jets 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Montana. A huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Picked on by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners, who got the receivers on lockdown.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Seeing that for their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turbo, did it? And you know what I mean by that. An old coach used to say all the time, hey, we have a lead late. Don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So the legend Joe Montana in this offense, down by 11, 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe 2 before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Diving catch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Joe Montana here going to the air on 1st down. Throw over the middle is taken in by down. 2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here. Complete to his tight end. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Now here's Montana. And this is intercepted. They actually do it. Smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys who are thinking to themselves, the 7 is a big win for today.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Cook up the gut. Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. They run again on 1st down. On the stop was Aaron McDonald. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and other NFL. If you're putting them away, all they do is take a knee, the game is over. The Giants ran it one more time, block on 3. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
I 1978. I think it was in November.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all.